Okay, today we will be learning about Zener diode. Zener diode is a diode, a special type of diode that works in reverse bias. In forward bias, it exactly works like the normal diode, but in reverse bias, it will take some voltage, predetermined voltage. Then after that, it will work. That means in reverse bias, normally the silicon diode do not conduct any current, but Zener diode will conduct any current if you give it a specific amount of voltage. That means it will take some voltage in reverse bias, and after that it will let the current go. So here, why the Zener diode is necessary? Zener diode is necessary to fix a voltage across a load. Okay, here what you can see, let's say this is a load resistance. Okay, this load resistance need 5 volt. Now, how can you make the 5 volt fixed? There are two ways actually. Number one is using an IC. In previous classes, I have shown you one IC that is 7805 that gives you a fixed value of 5 volt, right? But the 7805 is a bit expensive. So there is a cheaper way of doing it, that is using a Zener diode. And the IC, the problem with IC is you do not have a lot of values of ICs. You have 7805, 7806, 7809, 7812, 7815, 7818, something like that. What if you need 7 volt? What if you need 8 volt? You cannot use IC because those ICs are not available. In those cases, you can actually use Zener diode because Zener diodes are available in many values. That's why Zener diode is easier to save. But Zener diode has a problem. You have to calculate a lot of things before using it. That is the problem. So today we will be doing the calculation and see what would be how to calculate the circuit's parameter for Zener diodes. Okay, normally Zener diodes are connected or in a circuit like this. There you will have a load resistance, which one will have the fixed value of some voltage, let's say 5 volt, 6 volt, something like that. Zener diode is connected in reverse, and there is another sink resistance. This is called sink resistance or normal resistance. This resistance will take the excess amount of voltage. That means if you need 5 volt here, you can give more than 5, let's say 6 volt. If you give 6 volt, what will happen? 5 volt will go here, 1 volt will go there. If you give 10 volt or 16 volt, let's say 16 volt, you have given 16 volt. So 5 volt will go there, 11 volt will go there. If you give 20 volt, 5 volt will go there and 15 volt will go there. Okay. Okay. So this is called sink resistance, sink. So whatever the excess amount of voltage you have, you give, that amount of voltage will go to the R. Okay. Now, here you have to understand the amount of voltage this resistance is getting, that will determine the current. Let's say this is IR. This IR will be divided into two parts. One is IZ, another one is IL. Right? This IL this IL depends on the value of the resistance, RL. Because we know according to the formula of Ohms, V divided by R is equal to I, right? So here the V is actually the 5 volt, that means VZ. R is the value of RL. So the IL is fixed actually. So the amount of voltage this resistance is getting, that will give you a IR. This IR, a fixed amount of IL will go there, and the rest of the current will go through the Zener diode. And the Zener diode has a maximum power potential, maximum power, PZM. PZM, what is the formula of P? That means power. P is equal to I into V. Now the V is actually VZ the voltage. I is actually the IZ. P is equal to PZ. Here, there is a maximum minimum things, right? So if I consider the maximum one, so IZ will be maximum because VZ is VZ. VZ do not have any maximum minimum value. VZ is a fixed value. So you can see PZM means the maximum power it can sustain. That means IZM, that means the maximum current it can sustain. If you give more current than IZM, the circuit will be gone. The generator will be damaged. That's why you need to calculate the IZM as well. So how we will calculate? Remember, there are three ways of calculating this. One, when your VI, VR is fixed, R is variable, RL is variable. Next, when your R and RL is fixed, VI is variable. Next, when your VI and RL is fixed, but R is variable. Okay? So this is how we can calculate. At first, let's find out VI and R fixed. These and these are fixed, okay? That means this is variable. So how to find out that? At first they said VI and R fixed. Determine the state of generator diode, removing it from the network. Okay, what do we have to do? We have to remove the network first. Then we have to find out how much volt this RL takes. So how to do that? Let's remove the generator diode. Now this voltage will be divided here and here. So we are interested we are interested with the voltage of this resistance. Okay, this is the resistance of the this is the voltage of this resistance, and this is the voltage of the generator diode. Okay, let's find out. So V is equal to VL into RL into VI, R plus RL. This is the voltage divider. So RL into VI divided by R plus RL. Okay. Now if VL is greater than or equal VZ, if this voltage is greater than or equal VZ, that means generator is on. If that is smaller than VZ, the generator is off. Okay. So if V, the voltage you have got from here, V, if that is bigger than VZ or equal than VZ, equal to VZ, that means the generator is on. If V is smaller than VZ, that means the generator is off. So we can, so let's consider the generator is on. If the generator is on, so V cannot be bigger than VZ, because when generator is on, the V become fixed. V become equal to VZ. So we can call VL is equal to VZ. If since generator is on, so we can call it VL, that means the VZ. So in that time, you have a current IR. IR will be IZ plus IL. So we can call IZ is equal to IR minus IL. Now what is IL? IL is actually, according to the Ohm's law, VL divided by RL. What is IR? IR actually this resistance voltage, that means the VR, divided by this resistance. So here we can call VR is equal to VI minus VZ, that means the VL divided by R. So your PZ is equal to PZ into IZ. Okay, let's do an example. So if I do the example, you will understand what I am talking about. Here they said, okay, wait a minute. Here they said for a Zener diode, in the network, determine VL, VR, IZ, and PZ. Okay. So the VI is 16, R is equal to 1, RL is equal to 1.2. Here the VL is given, the VR is given, not given actually, indicated, and IZ is indicated, and you have to find out the PZ. Okay. Okay, let's find out. At first, what I have to do, we have to remove the Zener diode from here and apply a KVL in this side. So how to do that? Let's do it. VL is equal to VI into RL divided by R plus RL. Okay, so here we can find out VI is equal to 16 volt, RL is equal to 1.2. This is 1 plus 1.2. Both of them are kilo. So here, from here, if we calculate these, we will get we will get 8.7272. Let's say 7.3. That is the VI. Now here, what was our VZ? Our VZ was 10 volt, right? Is it 10 volt or more than 10 volt? No, this is not more than 10 volt. So this is still equal to, it is smaller than 10 volt. So Zener diode is not on. Okay. So Zener diode is not on. If Zener diode is not on, that means no current. So I can say Zener diode is not on. So our IZ is equal to 0 ampere, right? Because Zener diode is not on, it is off. Let's find out the VR. What is the VR? VR should be VI minus VL. VI is 16. VL is equal to 8.73. So 7.27. What is PZ? PZ is the Zener diode power. PZ. What is the formula? IZ into VZ. Because power is equal to I into V. So your IZ is equal to 0 and VZ is equal to 10 volt. Doesn't matter because you have a 0. So it is 0 watt. Okay? Because you have a 0. So that is the formula. So let's find out and whether we got the exact value or not. See, 8.73, that was the answer. VR is equal to 7.27, we got that. And IZ is equal to 0 because the Zener diode is off. And PZ is equal to 0 watt because we know it, right? Okay. So our answer matches. Now, let's solve for part B. Repeat part A with RL is equal to 3 ohm. So they told us repeat the exact same math with 3 ohm of current. That is 3 kilo ohm of resistance actually. They told us to do the same math with 3 kilo ohm. So how can we do that? We can do it like this. See, now we have to modify the formula VI, not formula, the value VI into RL, R plus RL. Here the RL is 3 now, right? So we can write 3. We can write 3. So 16 into 3 divided by 1 plus 3. So 16 divided into 3, 1 plus 3. So you will get 12 volt, right? 12 volt. Now look at this. Is 12 volt more than 10 volt? Obviously, if 12 volt is more than 10 volt, that means the generator is on. This generator is on now. If it is on, you will never get 12 volt. You will get the fixed value of 10 volt. So I can cut it and I can write 10 volt. Okay? Understand? When the generator is on, you will no longer get 12 volt. You can get less than 10 volt, but you cannot get more than 10 volt here. Whatever the value are coming from the formula, doesn't matter. You will not get more than 10 volt. That's why I cut it and write 10 volt. So what is IZ? We will find the IZ later. At first, find the VR first. Okay? What is VR? VR is equal to VI minus VL. Okay? Your VI was 16 volt. Your VL is 10 volt. So your value is 6 volt. Okay? 6 volt. Now here this value is 6 volt. What about the IR? This current, resistance current. Though they didn't tell us to find it out, but we'll find it out anyway. VR divided by R. VR is 6 volt. R is 1 kilo. So the value is 6 milliampere. Okay. Here the current is 6 milli. This current will come and divide into two parts. One is IL. Another one is IZ. Okay. So what about the IL? Let's find out the IL. Because IL is easier to find out because it is a resistance. The formula is VL divided by RL. VL is equal to 10 volt. RL is equal to 3 kilo. So the value is 3.33 milliampere. Now your IZ here, if we apply a KVL in this side, if we apply a KVL in this side, this is your IR, this is your IL, this is your IZ, right? Here a current is coming and current is dividing into two parts, right? A current is coming, that is IR. It is dividing into two parts. One is IL, another one is IZ. So can we call IR equal to IL plus IZ? We can definitely call it. So from there, can we take the IL there and we can write IZ is equal to IR minus IL? I believe, of course, we can. So let's write IZ is equal to IR minus IL. Now we already know the value of IR, that is 6 kilo. Let's write 6 milli, not 6 kilo, 6 milli. IL is equal to 3.33. So the value is 2.67 milliampere. What is your PZ? Your PZ is equal to IZ into VZ. IZ is equal to 2.67. VZ is equal to 10 volt. We already know it. What is the formula? What is the value? 26.7 milliwatt. So here, what value we got? We got 10 volt. We got 2.67, that is your IZ. We got 6 volt, that is your VR. We got 26.7 milliwatt. Those are your answer. Let's check whether the answer is correct or not. See, part B, your value is 12 volt. They said here. You can see your value is 12 volt, but since the generator is on, we can call it 10 volt. So your VL is equal to VZ is equal to 10 volt. That's why, see, they have said 12 volt, they cut it, and they said it is 10 volt. So what is your VR? VR is 6 volt. See, we got 6 volt. So what is your IL? I is equal to 3.33. Here, you can see it. What is your IR? IR is equal to 6 milliampere. Here, you can see it. What is your IZ? IZ is equal to IR minus IL. The same thing we have written. So 2.67. What is your power? PZ. PZ is equal to VZ into IZ. 10 volt into 26.67. 2.67. So you got 26.7. That is your that is your power. So it is lower than our maximum power. The maximum power is given in the circuit. Can you see the maximum power is given? It is 30 milliampere. So our power is below that, right? So it is okay. If our power is more than the maximum power, our circuit could have been gone. Our circuit could have been destroyed. But 30 milliwatt is more than 26.7 milliwatt. So our circuit is okay. Understood? Understood, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, if you do not understand, you can see the video and make yourself understand as well. And if you have any problem, you can even ask me after seeing the video. Okay, I will upload the video today. You see, go through it thoroughly. If you do not understand, write a note. I will solve it.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Now let's go to the next math. Okay.
Okay.
Now, this time we will have a fixed VI and variable RL. Fixed VI and variable RL. Which one is variable? Our RL will be variable. This one we will have a variable value. That means maximum and minimum value. Okay? Maximum value, minimum value, RL. Everything else is fixed, only the RL is variable. RL variable means obviously it will have a maximum value and a minimum value. Okay? Maximum, minimum. Since this is variable, so we will try to find out which one is maximum, which one is minimum. Obviously your generator has to be on. To keep the generator on, you have to find out the maximum and minimum value. Okay? Okay, wait a second. Please.
وراعتكم نقشان
معاك عد شو اسمه مغلسان
ومعانا قعدت مود اسك سارني او اسك ده هلا
wuxuu qoraya la fahmaa aad sharax
هو قريه بينات شرح
راح بشرحاني واحد قراي
ورمعاني قعدتكم مسك حيرة وفهم الله محورة
اسك حنا ماركاني
sir we can't hear you
Oh my God. You have to say immediately. I forgot. Okay, let's say it again. RL into V. Okay, let's multiply these with VZ. Okay, RL into VZ plus VZ into R equal to RL into VI. Because if we multiply these, this VZ and RL will be multiplied. This VZ and R will be multiplied, right? Then RL into VZ will go there on that side by taking a minus. We can take RL and RL common. So VI minus VZ. Okay. Now we have VZ into R. From there, take this part and put it under this thing. Okay. So we have only RL in one side. Then other side we'll have VZ into R or R into VZ divided by VI minus VZ. Okay, let me show you this. Understood? RL is equal to R VZ VI minus VZ. That is the formula that actually that is shown in your that is a formula that is shown in your book. RL minimum R VZ VI minus VZ. Okay, understood? Now let's get back to the another one. Now after that we can find out the IL maximum. Why? Because when you have, let's go to the circuit. When you have minimum RL, that means you have maximum IL. If this resistance is minimum, that means the current is maximum. If this is minimum, this is maximum. If this is maximum, this is minimum, right? So we can find out the IL maximum. IL maximum is equal to VL divided by RL. So VL is equal to VZ divided by RL minimum. Okay, understand? So because the VL and VZ, they are actually same when the Zener diode is on, and RL is minimum, that we already find out. So that is the IL maximum. Now what about the VR? VR should be VI minus VZ, obviously. What about the IR? IR is equal to VR divided by R. What about the Zener current? Zener current is equal to IZ equal to IR minus IL. So if IL is minimum, that means IZ is maximum. Why? This value is fixed. Why fixed? Because our VI is fixed, our VZ is fixed. That means our VR should be fixed as well. If all of them are fixed, that means the IR is fixed, right? If this is fixed, if VR is fixed, that means the IR is also fixed. But which one is not fixed? Your IL is not fixed because your IL has a maximum value. That means it has a minimum value as well. Okay. So if IL is maximum, your IZ is minimum. If IL is minimum, your IZ is maximum. So we can call IL minimum is equal to IZ maximum right here in the same formula. IZ maximum, M means maximum. So if we got the IL minimum, can we find out the RL minimum? Of course, right? We can find out the RL minimum because when this is minimum, I made a mistake. When this is minimum, RL is maximum. When this is maximum, RL is minimum. So we already find out the IL minimum, so we can find out the RL maximum. So RL maximum is equal to VZ divided by IL minimum. Let's do a math, because if we do the math, it will be clear. They said for the network in the figure, determine the range of RL and IL. That means RL maximum minimum, IL maximum minimum. That will result the VRL being VRL at maintain at 10 volt. That means the voltage will be 10 volt. Determine the maximum wattage rating of the diode. Okay, let's find out. Okay, at first, what we have to find out? At first, we have to find out the VL, right? VL is how much? VL, if the general diode is on. If the general diode is on, okay, let's write the formula first. VL is equal to VZ okay. From this from this math, we can find out the RL. RL should be minimum. That is the formula we already find out earlier. So according to this formula, if we put the value here, what is R? R is 1 kilo. What is VZ? VZ is 10 volt. What is VI? VI is 50 volt. What is VZ? VZ is 10 volt. So what is the value we are getting? 1 into 10 divided by 40. We get 0.25. Kilo ohm, okay? That is the RL minimum. What about IL? IL should be maximum. Why? Because if we got minimum, we got maximum current. Minimum resistance means maximum current. What about that? VL. Now the VL is actually VZ, right? VL equal to VZ, because when the generator is on, this voltage and this voltage, they are actually same. So we can call it VZ divided by RL minimum (10 volt) divided by 0.25. Oh. So 10 divided by 0.25 should be 4, no 40 maybe. 40, yes. (40 milliampere). That is the maximum current. Now we have to find out the minimum current, right? So before finding out the minimum current, let's write this formula. IR equal to IZ plus what? IL. Remember, your IR is fixed in this case.
Your IZ is not fixed, your IL is not fixed. Now, if you say this is maximum, that means this is minimum. Or in other way, if you say this is minimum, this is maximum, capital M. So which one we need? We need IL minimum because IL maximum is already found out, right? Which one we need? IR we can find out, IZM we can find out because that is 32. IL minimum we need to find out. So from here, IL minimum should be IR minus IZM. Okay. So what is IR? IR is the voltage, the ratio of voltage and resistance. What is the voltage here? If we give 50 volt and if we get 10 volt at fixed here, 10 volt, what is the voltage here? Who can say? If we give 50 volt and if we get 10 volt here, how much volt you will get here? Who can say? Hello?
Malcolm Jack.
Okay. If we give, yeah, how much?
40.
40, exactly, 40. So your VR is equal to 50. That okay,
Yes.
we can
Yeah,
say
40.
VR is equal to VI minus VZ, right? That means 50
Yes,
minus
sir.
10. That is 40. So we can call it 40. Now what about IR? IR is equal to VR divided by R, right?
Yes, sir. 40
Okay,
divided by
okay. 40 divided by 1.
40 milliamp.
40 milliamp. We write it here, 40 milliamp. What about IZM? What is the value of IZM? How much is IZM? 32. So what is the value?
Sir.
8 milliamp, right?
8.
That is the minimum. That is the minimum IL. Now, what
Yes.
about the minimum RL? See, from the formula we know RL is equal to VL or VZ divided by IL, right? Voltage divided by current is equal to resistance. We know it, right? What is the voltage here? Fixed 10 volt, right? How much? 10 volt. Can you write it? Now here, we have to find out the maximum resistance. Now we already got the minimum current. So if this is minimum, this should be what? Maximum, right? Why? Because IL current is lower. If current is lower, that means the resistance is bigger. Got my point? Hello?
Yes, sir.
So if this is VL 10 volt, if this is minimum, we will get the maximum. So if this is 8, so not 8, 8 milliampere actually. No. So how much resistance you got? 1.25.
Yes.
Now, what is our answer? This is our answer. This is the minimum. This is the maximum. Okay, for resistance. This is the minimum. This is the maximum for current. Okay? Okay, let's use different color. Minimum. This is maximum. Understand my point?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. Okay, next we will do the variable RL and variable VI. Now, should we do it today or in the next class? Hello?
Sir.
Yeah. Hello?
Yes, sir.
I said, should we do it today or in the next class? Because my session will be terminated into 4 minutes, 11:15. Because,
Next class, sir.
okay, let me show